I'm at La Paz at the moment, around the car dealers, and quick thought just came by me. I should make a video about car headlights. So this is basically about what's the types you can get, their price range, the pros and cons, and what should you expect out of this whole thing. So I wrote the intro and enough. So the main function of a headlight is to illuminate everything that's in front of the driver as he's driving in at night or in a dimly lit place like a tunnel or basically any place where there's not a lot of lights coming through. So here today, I'm here to give you a list of 3 most common types of headlights you can get should your current headlights go off. So first on the list is the halogen bulb. Now these are similar to the incandescent bulbs we used to have in our houses back in the day. You know, the onion bulbs that give off a yellowish light when they were functioning. Now both of these, the halogen bulb and the incandescent bulbs used to use in our houses, both work on the principle of incandescence, whereby there's a tungsten wire filament which is enclosed in a gas-filled glass bulb, which is surrounded by inert gases like argon, and in the case of the halogen bulb, small amounts of iodine and then bromine, which gives it the extra brightness compared to the incandescent bulbs. Now what happens is that when current passes through this wire filament, it heats up and generates light, but does not react because of the inertness of the argon and the other gases within the bulb. However, these bulbs are crazily inefficient in power conversion because of the heat it produces. The energy that goes in is not all used to produce light, but ends up becoming heat. However, these are cheap, easy to produce, so they are therefore easy to come by, and are usually, if not in the headlights, are in your navigators, your tail lights, your side indicators. They are even in your interior lighting. So these are cheap, these are common, but however are inefficient with respect to power conversion. Now the next bulb on our list is the HID or the xenon headlight. Now the HID stands for high intensity discharge, which basically describes what exactly the HID does. It produces really bright beams of light when functioning. Now the working principle of the HID lights or xenon headlights is a bit complex, but it basically requires that electricity or the current which is coming from the battery arcs within the bulb, arcs between 2 electrodes that are encased in a glass bulb. Now this glass bulb is coated in a metal halide and is filled with xenon gas. And the combination of the 3, the arc, the metal halide, and the xenon gas produces a bright light source. However, the voltage required to maintain this arc is quite large. So usually when these HIDs are sold, they come with a little box which is called a ballast, which is intended to start the arc and maintain the voltage whilst it's functioning. It's a bit, when you get a box, it's a bit bulky, but they do the required job and produce a bright beam of light. They are more efficient than the halogen bulbs and are a bit more pricey and are extremely bright. There are a lot of people going around town using these kind of lights, and they blind people whenever they pass through town. So these are also a good replacement for your halogen bulbs, but a bit more pricey, but really efficient in energy conversion. There are various types you can get depending on the kind of brightness you want. Now the last light on the list is the LED or LED lights. LED standing for light emitting diodes. I like the first 2, which produce light as a byproduct of a physical or chemical reaction. LEDs tend to convert electricity directly into light. Now this direct conversion makes LEDs the most energy efficient with respect to the ones we've covered so far. They also tend to be the brightest. They are also very easy to install. And you compare them to the HID, there is no waiting time for you to get an optimum brightness for you to operate the car. However, they tend to be the most expensive in this range. However, they really do their job, so you should give them a try too.